Hello, my name is Luigerous, and you know what time it is? It's time to launch the Xcom2 once more. And in addition to that, we will be launching with the Long War 2 mod installed, and also a bunch of mods that shouldn't too much alter the experience, but will absolutely enhance the amount of available customization options to my lovely soldiers that I need you for. Why? Well, because I've been testing out the Long War 2, and also I played through Xcom2 once on my own, so I kind of have an idea how things work. I didn't play the Long War 2, which this obviously is, too far. I'm this far in, so I haven't established contact outside of Northern America, and I've got my first bigger mission, but we won't be playing that today because we will be starting a whole new one for that. But why do I need you guys? I need you guys because look at the amount of soldiers I have. This is the amount of soldiers I already have at this early stage of the game, and I do not have enough recruits, so I need you guys to fill in the gaps. And of course we have all these old classic ones. For instance, I am here, might edit my looks a little bit, and then we have all sorts of new guys. A bunch of these are like people I haven't done, but I'd love to have most of my squad to be customized exactly how you guys want it, so they have all their specific names and whatever, and different specifications, what nation you are from, what name do you want to have. And if you want to look like this, be my guest. You can have full control on what you want to look at, and then will you be named and looking like exactly how you want, and I will try to keep you alive. And there are a bunch of different options for customization this time around, like for instance helmets. The vanilla one didn't have a lot of helmets, or like hats, headgear, etc. But we did start to get quite a bit new ones when the mods rolled in. You can have the Stormtrooper, you have a Scout Trooper, whatever. All sorts of good stuff. And of course, if there's something that isn't here, and you find it in the Steam Workshop, I can download it, whatever you want, as long as it's on Steam Workshop, and we're gonna go we can roll with that one. A thing to note is that I did try playing this mod on like the normal difficulty and so forth, and there were a few things that I didn't like so much. So this isn't exactly the vanilla Long War 2. I've tweaked it a little bit. For instance, turn timers will be vastly more generous than they actually are, than they would regularly be in this mod, because I really hate the turn timers. The regular Xcom2 wasn't too generous with the timers, but this mod is just like, what up, bitch? So I tuned that down quite a bit, so that it doesn't really be a factor at all. But there's plenty of challenge to remain still. And a thing that you might have noticed is that we do have to infiltrate pretty much every single mission. And I'll be going more depth into that when we go into the actual playthrough. And also we have these resistance havens with a lot of staff populating them and so on. So yeah, I'm really looking forward into this one, and I hope you too are. This will be a really long playthrough if I manage to play through, and I'm planning to do that this time around. I'm planning to do that.
The old man would be proud of you.
Thank you, Central. So anyway, what I was saying, I'm planning to do a full playthrough this time around. Because last time it was pretty much so that I had a very strict schedule and excuses, and I didn't feel like too comfortable running very 100% blind into the game. So now I really have kind of clue on what to expect and what to do, so I'm not so clueless again anymore. And I'm not 100% sure on how to do this, but I might run streams and then edit that out to be a video series too. Don't really know for now, because it's going to be extremely long. Because even though when I'm this early on in the game I have managed to make one building and excavated a couple of more places, but I haven't built actually anything. My resources are very minimal. And this is like, I don't know, 10 hours in? Maybe even more? So, yeah, the video format I will be probably cutting and editing it quite a bit, because it just takes enormous amount of time to play this game. Also, there will be somewhat saving and loading, because this game really has a lot of bullshit in it, if you haven't noticed. And I'm quite prone to get salty, so I guess be warned. But the idea of streaming came into my mind of like, well, how do I really know what you guys want? Well, theoretically, one episode probably holds like a mission or two, and that's about it. So if you are a character in the game and you are on a mission, there's very high chance of like next 2 episodes you're still infiltrating, and then the third one you might be on the mission. So it would be kind of cool to have some more interaction in addition to YouTube comments, and like on how you want to look and what would be a good idea to do and what kind of customization options, because it's really hard to just ask you guys like, hey, what kind of color you want, what kind of camo scheme you want, because like there's like so many different variables. Like obviously there's not too many arms and legs and so forth, and I think that's only for tier 1s. But when it comes to like all these glasses and like glasses and helmets and whatever, and especially like tattoos and where is it, weapon patterns and armor patterns, there's just like so many of these. So yeah, I guess it would be easier for you a lot to have a little bit of a more impact on how you want the gameplay to advance and how you want your character to look like, and especially there is a possibility to train your rookies to a certain class and so forth. That would be kind of cool to have implemented somehow, but that's probably just going to have to mean that I'm gonna have to stream, which brings its own problems. At first I will probably do it the old-fashioned way, just play it on my own, record it and upload it to YouTube, and yeah, leave me feedback if you would like to see it played live and feel the salt live, unedited, and hopefully remember to turn off phone and so on. But yeah, like I'm really liking XCOM2 at the moment, and planning to finish the Long War 2. And I gotta tell you, this mod feels like a major expansion set to a game. Like I haven't in recent memory had any games, paid DLC or expansion packs, whatever, feel like this big. Like this is a big expansion, even though it's just a DLC. What am I saying? Mod. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I thoroughly hope you will join the ranks, and instead of having these randomly generated nobodies, I will have actual names and faces on my team, and feel a little bit more butthurt when you guys do get hurt. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the upcoming playthrough.